Thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the card we're making today, and this is Paper and Ink Sketches number 19. You can print both PDFs over on my website. They are free. I am not using the measurements from this PDF, so I will make sure I give them to you, and they will be on the inspiration sheet that will also have a picture of the card. Okay, so the supplies you're going to need is crumb cake cardstock. It measures 8.5 by 5.5. Another piece that measures 5 by 3 3/4. We've got Very Vanilla. This one measures 1 3/4 by 3 1/8, and this is just scraps for our little bumblebee here. And then we've got Crushed Curry that measures 2 by 3 3/8, and it's like a hair smaller than 2 because we're going to be using it with the Banner Triple Punch. Okay, so don't forget, head over to my website, leave a comment. You're going to get the kit to make this card, and it is going to include this brand new ribbon that's going to be available in the new catalog on June 1st. We're going to start with the base of the card, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4, and just fold it over to form the card base. The next layer is we're going to stamp, and I don't know if you can see this. This is also a brand new stamp set that's available June 1st. So I've combined it with one that's available now with one that is available with the new catalog. It's called Wood Words. I love it. So I'm using this background right here, and then I'm using A Note for You. We could use Hello Fran. Maybe I should have used Hello Fran, or any of these greetings. And then of course I'm using the bumblebee from this one. Okay, so let me get out my grid paper, and we're going to stamp this image over the entire piece of this crumb cake, okay? Okay, so here's my grid paper. As you can see, I've already been stamping on this one, and I am going to stamp off. So that's why you see this cluster of flowers right here, because I want it to be a little like a watermark. Okay, are there any holes? A little bit, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. So we're going to take, the same ink, and we're going to sponge the edges. I just think that this card calls for sponging. Okay, so now we're going to stamp our butterfly with soft suede ink. Not butterfly, bumblebee. I'm losing my words here. Okay, now I'm okay with stamping this guy. Look where he's at. So I'm going to stamp him. But you could actually flag your ends first with your punch. So you could do that, and that will help you to line up everything. I'll go ahead and stamp the rest of the bumblebee, and then I'll flag the end. So I'm going to take the Banner Triple Punch, and I don't want to remove any from the length, so I'm lining up the very bottom. And the same thing for the Crushed Curry. I don't want to remove any from the length of it, so I'm just putting it exactly at the end. Okay, we're going to sponge this edge. Now let's get our other piece of Very Vanilla, and let's stamp. Let me make sure I've got my right ink pads here. We're going to be cutting this one out with our Thinlit or Framelit. Framelit. Okay. I'm going to close my ink pads, except for the soft suede, because we want to stamp A Note from You. And it looks like I kind of stamped this a little high. It'll be fine. It's my sample. It's still cute. Maybe I'd add some kind of little embellishment down there. Okay, so let's cut this out. Here's the Big Shot Magnetic Platform cutting pad. Then I'm going to take my bumblebee that I keep calling a butterfly, and we're going to cut him out. I used him for a swap I made several months ago. Okay, let's take the paper piercer, and just going to pop him out of there. He comes out really easily. Like I said, I used him for a swap, and I'm glad I did because he was easy. Now we're going to take a little edge of a dimensional. So I'm just going to take, let's see, right down here at the bottom. And I don't know if you can tell, I'll hold it up again. I added the gold Wink of Stella. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and give it an opportunity to dry. So all I'm doing is just brushing this on. If you haven't used the Wink of Stella, you want to. It's really awesome. I've used the clear one, but I don't know that I've used the gold one much. Okay, now let's come back to this layer here. We're going to take this fabulous new mini chevron ribbon. Like I said, as a demonstrator, we can pre-order it now if we went to On Stage. Otherwise, it will be available on June 1st. We have some very lovely colors. This one's Crushed Curry, and then we have Old Olive, and then that's as far as my memory will take me. But it's amazing ribbon. Okay, just trim that. And then trim this one. You do need your sharp scissors though, so that you can get a good clean cut. Okay, so let me get this piece and this piece. And now I'm going to add, let's see, where's my snail? I'm going to add this to the Crushed Curry just with my regular adhesive. And then I'm going to add this one with dimensionals. We'll just put a couple on here. Don't forget about heading over to my website and leaving a comment to enter to win the kit. You're going to get the ribbon as well. Make sure we include that. And check your spam folder, your emails. Sometimes my emails go to people's spam folder and I hate it. Like I continue to try to email people, but yeah, this is my monthly reminder. Check your spam folder, especially like if you've tried to contact me and you didn't hear back. I can pretty much guarantee you it's sitting in your spam. I don't know what the heck is going on lately with email. Okay, so if you make this card, I gave you the right measurements, but ideally you would need to stamp this a little bit lower. If you compare them, I just stamped a little too high. Remember that stuff we used to put on our, what was it, shimmer paint? I cannot remember. I loved that stuff. I still have a couple bottles of it. Okay, so here's my original and here's the one we just made. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.